So there's a Steam page now. I'm gonna link it in the description. You can also just look up Minesweeper Ultra Turbo Deluxe on Steam and wishlist. The game's coming out in April. Also gonna be doing a Steam key giveaway. The first 5 people to join the Discord and type with exact punctuation and capitalization, "I love Michael Sweeper and I cannot wait to overcome his minefield" in Minesweeper Ultra Turbo Deluxe. Wishlist now on Steam. We'll win a Steam key. If you want the game, maybe join the Discord. Maybe consider that. This is both day 13 and 14. Today, I added bosses. Ooh, it's the name of the video. So this guy, it's Hot Flame Fire Guy. He lights tiles on fire. You start burning. You get a debuff. If you solve this puzzle, he takes damage. And then if you beat him, it just ends and you go back to the map. I need like a death animation or something. So enemy rooms, you versus an enemy. You complete a puzzle, they lose health. If they hit 0, you win. They just make the game harder for you. Plan right now for the full game is there's gonna be 10 levels. The 10th floor is going to be a final boss. The goal is to have the amount of floors minus 1 amount of unique bosses, so that every run you fight every boss 1 time in a random order. They get harder the higher up you go. Next thing I want to talk about is status effects. Hot Flame Fire Guy burns you, which is a debuff. There's also buffs. So there's 3 coin consumables. There's a $1 coin, a quarter, and a penny. They give you gold amp for a certain amount of time. So I'll eat the penny, and then I gain this gold gain status effect. It's not going down. It'll go down once I'm in a puzzle. I can stack these. So this is, I believe 15 seconds, 10%. This is 25, 20. So it's now 35. It'll add the power together, and then the time, it goes with whatever the highest is. So this is now 20 seconds. And then if I add the $1 coin in, it'll reset it to 25 seconds and then add 100%. So now I have a 135% gold amp. That's pretty nice to have. I really like the way that the ring looks. I'm not sure if I like the icon, the little potion. And then I have the safety scissors item. It is a debuff remover, and it makes you debuff immune for 15 seconds. I made this item like solely for Hot Flame Fire Guy. I'm just gonna go into here. I'm gonna get burned and then scissor it, and now I'm debuff immune, so I can't get burned. All deals that are applied to you actually aren't. They didn't happen. Last thing I did today is I optimized the fuck out of puzzle. So this is a 60 by 60 board with like 1,000 something mines. You can see the frame rate at the top. It is 7 FPS. This is just not good. So I fixed this. Here is the same puzzle. I'm getting 130, 189. Before, it was fully in 3D. Every single tile was tile, front and back model, and a mine model, and a flag model all at once. So this is like a lot of tiles. So now this is 2D. This is a 3D model, but it's just an image of a camera pointing at one 3D model. There's like a ton of mines here. This is all pictures of the same mine model, so it only exists once. There's just a lot less going on. Day 15, there's menu changes, new buttons, blue arrow for the play button, and there's little cogs for the settings. And there's sound effects now for confirming and going back. Mike's following you around. So this is Mike. I don't think I've shown him off in any videos yet, but this is just kind of like the mascot of this game. He's going to give the tutorial. He's going to have a lot of dialogue. He's literally the icon for the executable of the game. So he just follows you around in the main menu here. I think it's really cute. If you hover over the play button, he gets like $sign eyes. And if you hover over the back button, he gets like X eyes. It's really fun. So I added 2 new bosses. Here's one of them. It's the Jester. So at the start of a puzzle, it transforms every number hint into a random shape color combination. You just kind of have to figure it out. This is a yellow star. That's a 1. So every yellow star is a 1. You can tell because of this. Probably a 3. Yeah, it is. I like this a lot. It's one of my favorite concepts for a boss so far. And the second one here is the cloud. She summons clouds to cover revealed number tiles throughout the puzzle. You can see them here. Her head's a little cloud. This one's just a bit of a nuisance. I do really like it. And those are the 2 new bosses. Something else I did with golden tile. If you hit these, the sound ramps up in pitch. It makes you feel really good getting a chain of them. I also added a new consumable I want to show off called the Red Alone Cup. If you use this, you gain 10 gold. It costs 25 base, but every time you use one of these, the value goes up by 10. You eat the cup, you get some money. Here it is, it's back, and now it gives you 20. Boom. And now it's back, now it's worth 30. And now we're profiting. 40. Oh my god. I grab a penny. I grab a solo cup. Oh my god. And the last thing I did today is I finally made it so running out of time kills you. Didn't do that before. So I'm just gonna bring my time all the way down. So anytime you would lose time, so I'll go into a puzzle, you'll start taking damage every second. It does 10%, so it takes 10 ticks and then you die. Once you hit 0 time, if you're max health, it will take 10 seconds before you die. Day 16, I didn't make as much progress on bosses as I liked, but I did model a new boss, the Pirate. Really happy with this. I added 2 new trinkets relating to bosses. The swords, these just deal enemy damage. So the normal sword, it deals 4 damage on puzzle complete, and the gold sword, which isn't a banana, it's a sword, it's a gold sword, not a banana. It deals damage to enemies on gold tile solve. It is damage. And then if I complete the puzzle, he takes more damage from the other sword. So I changed how rerolls worked. I thought that they were a little broken. So almost every character in the game now has one reroll. You only have one. It gets locked. I did this, and now Mr. Money has infinite rerolls. It's like his gimmick now. I also added wells. They cleanse one of your curse items, and it's free. And now it's cleansed. And I added a lunchbox, consumable slot. Consumable slots are capped at 6, and trinket slots are capped at 9. So the last thing I did was rework solving tiles. So there's items in the game that solve tiles. You can see with this little green check solve icon. They're now green. It just shows you an item solved this tile. And then I added a new mirror item called dual mirrors. It force triggers the trinkets to the left and the right. What I really wanted to talk about here is the proc method, 20 mines solved. This proc method can only be procced off of items. You cannot solve mines without an item that solves tiles. And it force triggers 2 items at once. It's so fun. Day 17. So I finished the pirate. They summon ships that disable all hidden tiles in their path. It happens periodically. They'll summon a ship and then disables every tile in its path. So you can't even touch those. And then if you hit them on, it summons it both horizontal and vertical. I think it's cool. I also really love the model. I love this design. I also added Susan. Susan disables marks entirely. You just can't mark anything at all. You have to play it completely markless. It is a debuff, so you can safety scissors it. Now you can mark during Susan. I also figured out my scope for bosses, so I'm not going to do 10 floors. I'm going to stop it at 8, and there's going to be 7 unique bosses. Right now I have 5, so I'm going to add 2 more. I know exactly what they're going to be. I'm going to try to implement them tomorrow. And then floor 8 is going to be the final boss. I'm not going to show that off. You're just going to have to play the game and see. Also, new item I want to show off. It's the remote from Click, the movie with Adam Sandler. Gives you more rerolls. I just thought that that was awesome. And the final thing I did today was I added a new character. It's the vampire. This is the healing character. She has a 30% heal amp. She's going to be able to spend health in shops. I haven't implemented it yet. If she overheals 5 health, she solves a random tile. It's super strong. It's super fun. I've just been like messing around with her. I think these are her best items. It's a really unique passive, and it can be really, really strong. It's changing how I want to balance this game. I'm definitely, before I launch, going to work a lot more on items and character passives, because I want you to be able to break this game in half. I want there to just be such strong item combinations and passive item combinations that the game will just play itself. Day 18. I added the Chud. So this is the Shusher. He shushes you. And then a random trinket in your trinket inventory gets silenced. So metal detector is silenced here. If I try to get it off, you'll see it has a little X on it. If an item like moneybags is silenced, without the silence, it's 1.1, and then with it, it's 1.0. I also added the Mean Man. So the Mean Man tilts you. You have the tilted status effect, which disables all force triggers. So I have mirror here. This can't get force triggered, so it has a little X over it. And that is every boss in the game, at least common boss. That's all I did today, in regards to bosses at least. I made a ton of solver progress that is going to be done pretty soon. So no guess puzzle generation will be in the game. So we're a bit past the halfway point for this 30-day challenge. There's 12 days left, and there's still a lot of game to make. I'm probably going to make it, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get everything I want in. I'm still not sure if this is going to be an early access launch or a 1.0. There's just no way to tell right now. Next video, I'm going to work on meta progression. I'm going to get character levels and unlocks working. Like always, build is up on the Patreon. It's got vampire, and it's got these 7 bosses for you to fight. That's the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Goodbye. See ya.